Welcome back for part two, and part two of how to complete your midterm project. This is the second portion, the final leg of your race, and the last video as far as the project is concerned. So back in the midterm project folder inside of Blackboard, here's the instructions, and of course we're here at part two. And you have the two options, as I mentioned in the previous video, and as you see here on the screen. You can, of course, meet with me in our virtual office space on our designated day, and you can present live with me in that space. And the second option is you can gain permission from me to record your presentation using one of our practice virtual office spaces, and you can then share your recording for a grade. And I'm going to show you both processes right now. Whether you use the online live with me or you record yours, your session should take about 10 to 20 minutes. The online session would probably take, roughly 10 minutes. Those of you that are recording yours, you may feel a little bit more comfortable because you don't have a live audience there, and so you may take anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes or so. So as long as you don't go over the 20 minutes, and I don't think that anyone should, if you really understand the content and if you've been practicing in your course room. So in the practice course room, you should be able to quickly share the information and be succinct with it. So let's go ahead and proceed with going to our virtual office and click off that. There we go. We're going to go in our virtual office, and looks slightly different because I'm in the instructor view, but you guys would see the practice office that we always have in there, and then you'll see the midterm practice offices. If you remember to access any recording, you click there to click the recording. So we're going to do that at the very end so that I walk you through this process. So let's say you clicked one of the office spaces, and we're going to click to join the session, and hopefully no one's in the course room. If so, we're going to quickly get out. Ignore that. And hopefully no one's in here. If so, okay, good. We're the only one in the room. If there was someone in the room, you would quickly click here and click to leave the session so that you don't interrupt their session. Now, as soon as you come into the course room, whether you're coming in live with me or you're coming into a recorded one, always come first to this collaboration panel. Click on that, click on the wheel, and click here to upload a picture of yourself if yours has never been uploaded in there. If you don't have a picture in here, click to upload one, click save, and that will then upload your photo, which would then be visible here and visible here, and it would also be visible on the screen whenever you don't have your video, whenever you're not showing your camera, right? So it would be visible on the screen. Before exiting out of your settings, I want to make sure that if you've never used Blackboard Collaborate, you've never come into our seminars, you have your camera and microphone properly set up to save time. The very first time you come in, Blackboard Collaborate will do this for you. So it'll automatically, but I'm going to walk you through it. And so right now you can see that I'm talking and it says that I sound great, so it knows the audio is working. So I'm going to click yes, audio is working. Then the next step is going to check the video. Now right now you guys see red, and that's because my finger's covering the webcam, and that's because I don't look professional, and so you're not going to get me on camera not looking somewhat presentable. So you should see yourself, and no one else could see you. It's just you seeing yourself, and then you would click yes, video is working fine. Then it's going to notify you, great, you're good to go. You can select share audio, share video to start talking. Now, when you're in this room, this space, when it's with me, when it's with our class, make sure you only share the audio when you are called on to speak, or at that point you can share it. Same thing with your video. Share your video when there's not a bunch of people around you, right? That is nothing, there's not chaos behind you. And something else, as I've said before, you may be able to look at the video, but let's say your audio is acting a little off, right? You can click here to use the dial-in feature so that you can call in, and that way you can listen and speak from your phone, or I should say you could speak from your phone and then but you can see everything on the screen, all right? I have my speaker volume up so it's loud and clear, so I'm good to go. Now, that then opens my screen fully. So if you're in the session with me to present, and I then say to you, okay, are you ready to present? And you say yes. I say, okay, go ahead and load your presentation. You would then click here to open the panel again. You would click this box with the arrow to share content. You would then go here to share files. And then you would click here to add files. Now I'm just going to pull a random file in. And going to wait for it to finish uploading. It's converting. Once you see it highlighted, that means it's ready to go. Now, if you ever come in to a course room and you see files in here, like if you're coming to a practice course room and there's files in here and there's no one in here, you just click here to remove their file. And I'm going to show you how to remove your file when you're leaving out so that you also don't leave your files in the course room. So you have your file in here. You're going to click Share Now. And these are the slides. You're going to confirm, yep, those are the slides that I want. And you're going to then click. And once you click, it shows it on the screen. Now you have two screens that are up. You have this one over here where you can navigate to the next slide using the arrows down here at the bottom. And you will also see that you can navigate it by clicking here. So you have the two ways to navigate. Once you know that you have it up, you can click the X button so that you are then full screen. When you're in the session with me and you say that you're ready to go, I will then go over here and I will click to start recording. You will then present your deck to me, and upon concluding your pitch, I will then click here to stop recording. And it says recording has stopped. Once you're done, we're done with that, you click here to stop sharing, and then of course our pictures or videos or whatever will be presented here. You then will click here, go back to share files, and you will then click here and click remove file to exit out, right? So you clear your files out so your files are no longer there, right? And then we'll say I'll give you my feedback, you'll say your goodbyes, you'll click and click leave session. Does that make sense? All right. Now, for those of you who are intending to record your session, you would go through the process of coming in just like normal, right? You click to come in, and then you're in the course room. You would do everything the same way, right? You come in, you make sure your photo is there, you make sure your camera and mic is set up. If you needed to dial in, you have that information. You'd have everything ready to go. You would click here, share your files, right? So you go through adding the file, you'd share your file, make sure everything's up, exit this out, and then you would come over here because this is you in the practice room recording yours. You would click here, click to start to record. You would go through the whole process like I did a few moments ago. When you're done, you would click here, because when you're done, you say thank you for your time, or thank you for listening to this presentation, or thank you, I look forward to hearing from you soon. However you want to close it out, you would go here, click to stop recording. The notification, just like earlier, would pop up showing that it stopped recording. You then click stop sharing. You'd click here, go back to share files, and as I said earlier, you remove your file so it's no longer in the practice room so the next student can have a clear slate. You would then come here and you would leave the session. You can give a feedback, submit and exit. I'm going to skip this. You've left, so you can close your browser window. Now, when you come in here, you're back to the main room. And for those of you that have gotten approval to record your presentation, you would click on the menu, click on recordings, and there you would see, there's your midterm project. You were in Office 1, so you know that's you. It says recording 1. Well, we need to make sure that it shows that it's you, because you may not be the only person who's going to use that space. So you click on recording settings, and you would change it and you would put your name. So let's say I would say Natasha Foreman, right? And I would click save. All right? I would click save. And then at that point, you know that that's your presentation. When I come in here, I know that's your presentation. So you're not done. You click the icon again, and you go to, and I want to show you, if you decided that you want to preview your video before submitting it for grading, you click on Watch Now, and you let Blackboard Collaborate open. And then you can sit and you can press the button here, or you can press it down here at the bottom, whichever. You then can sit and watch, and it'll pop up on the screen once you've shared the video, your slide. So don't freak out when those first few seconds are just blank. You'll do your whole video. We were only in there for 17 seconds, right? So when you're done with that, you can, if you like, you can download the recording to keep for yourself, because you maybe want to show to another source. If not, you would just exit out, and you can do so by changing the modes or just exiting the screen. You then, of course, because it opened into a separate tab, you can come back into the recordings and you say, okay, I like that. I'm ready to submit it to Professor Foreman for grading. You click here, you click copy link. It copies the link. You go to lessons folder, or the lessons link. You come down to our project folder, and then you scroll down to where you see Midterm Project Part 2. You click here, and then in the comments box you can say, Professor Foreman, here is my presentation recording, or however you want to put it, right? And then you paste that link there. You click submit, and of course the green bar comes to the top of the screen so that you know that your file has been, or your the submission has been, and then you're good to go. And that's all you have to do. If you happen to take part in the live presentation with me, you don't have to then upload your link, that video, into a Dropbox. So that step isn't for you. It's only for those who are recording their presentations and then uploading it that way. So that's how you can go about doing that. So if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to email me at nforeman@atlantatech.edu. Thank you.